For 3-99A, we are trying to add our two rational expressions. And to do that, I need a common denominator. So I noticed that they already both have the 3x plus 1. The only one that's missing something is the x minus 5 over here. So I need to multiply this equation by x minus 5. So then I end up with, when I distribute my x, I get x squared minus 5x over x minus 5 times 3x plus 1 plus 2x squared minus 2 over x minus 5 times 3x plus 1. So now that I have common denominators, I can combine like terms. So I have x squared plus 2x squared gives me 3x squared. This was, supposed to be a 5x. So then I have minus 5x minus 2 all over x minus 5 times 3x plus 1. Now the last step is to try to factor the top so we can see if there's anything that we can cancel out. This was like the problems we did the first day. So I'm going to do a box quick. First term in the first box, last term in the last box. When I do a times c, I get -6. So I need values that will multiply to -6, but add to -5, this middle term here. So those terms are going to be -6 and a +1. Put my x's in there. Do not forget your x's. I'm seeing a lot of people forget those. Okay, now let's find what's in common. So I have 3x here. Got +1 here. I've got x here and -2 here. So this new term that I have is 3x plus 1 times x minus 2 all over x minus 5 times 3x plus 1. Hopefully you saw my 3x's plus 1. And my final answer is x minus 2 over x minus 5. And that's how you do 399A. 399B is super similar to 399A. So the first thing that I noticed was that my second equation was missing the x minus 3. So I multiplied top and bottom by x minus 3. I had to distribute my 2x. So I ended up with 2x squared minus 6x. I just brought down my first part. Now I'm to the point where I'm combining like terms, and now I have that common denominator. Again, we're going to factor the top so that we can see what we can end up canceling out. So I have my first term in my first box, last term in my last box. A times C is 18. So I need two things that will multiply to 18 but add to -9. Those factors are going to be -6x and -3x, because a -6 plus a -3 equals -9. A negative times a negative also equals a positive. So I've got 2x squared minus 6x minus 3x and 9. Looking for GCFs again. So I've got 2x here, got a -3 here. I've got an x here and a -3 here as well. So my new equation is 2x minus 3 times x minus 3 all over x plus 3 times x minus 3. So again, what do we have in common? We have x minus 3's. So my final answer is 2x minus 3 over x plus 3. And that's my final answer. For 3-105A, we're just simplifying. So again, you're looking for those giant ones, or when we have the same thing on the top and the bottom. So for example, I see a 2x minus 1 on top and bottom, so I'll cross those out. Then I have 3x minus 4's on top and 2 on the bottom. So if I cancel out 2 of them down here, I would cancel out 2 of them up here and be left with just 1. So my final answer is x minus 4. x minus 4. For 3-107b, we were working on a division problem. Now, if you have things that you can simplify within each expression or each side itself, start by doing that. So I can't cancel out stuff over here that's over here, but I can look just in this box here. So for example, I have m minus 3 and m minus 3. So I'm going to cancel those out. And I have m plus 1 over 2m plus 5. And then over here, my 4m minus 3's cross out. So I'm left with just this expression here. Okay. And again, with a division problem, I multiply by the reciprocal. So this becomes multiplication. And then I do the reciprocal, which is 2m plus 5 over m plus 11. And I can see now that these would cancel out and these would cancel out. So a lot of times I'm seeing people put 0. But remember, these are basically just ones. So like I end up having 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 equals 1. And that's the final answer.